And if I want to, he just pray with the zahir of salat, just bending down and up and down like me, that if a baby you say, I get distracted, right? He goes to the batin of salat, to haqiqah, origin of salat. That's why he is disconnected from this world and connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, the way that ibadah, the way that salah has different levels, secrets, maratib, preparation for this salah, for this ibadah, the most important ibadah, has maratib, orders and secrets. If I want to be ready for this great meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I have to be ready. I have to prepare myself. If you have an important meeting with someone super important, how would you do it? You prepare yourself. You don't just open the doors and Salaam alaikum, Mr. President, I have some. No. Behind the door, you make sure you're ready. You take care of yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror. You keep practicing what you're going to say. You make sure you wash yourself so there's no dirt or something over your face or your hands, right? You make sure you smell good when you want to meet that person. Preparation for that small, important meeting. So now we want to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in salat. Of course, there are some muqaddamat. There's some preparation before that we have to pay attention. Number one, preparation and action before salat is what? What do we do? The topic of today? Niyyah, wuzu, ahsan is the topic of tonight. Those who got the email, recite Allah salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. We said that each week on Tuesday we send an email for the topic of the week, inshallah. Those who are able to go to the email and read, they're not old enough, so they can inshallah read it. So the topic of wuzu and taharat. The way that salat has batin and zahir, taharat and preparation for salat has zahir and batin, inward and outward, external, internal. Secrets behind this. The zahir of the taharat, we're going to talk about this, and the batin of taharat that we have to pay attention to it. Let me ask you this question. Salat, we mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the first thing that He is going to ask at the Day of Judgment is your salah. فَإِنْ قُبِلَتْ قُبِلَ If it's accepted at the Day of Judgment, your salat, then other things are going to be accepted, right? The most important action, the most important ibadah. How important is wuzu? That before each salah, you need to take wuzu. I want you to raise your hands, honestly and seriously. How many of you guys thought about what is wuzu and why do we have to take wuzu and what is the haqiqah of wuzu? Raise your hand. Look around. Subhanallah. Beautiful, mashallah. Almost no one. Few. One or two. What is it that is so important? Allah says, La salat illa bitahu. Without the salat, without the tahara, without the wuzu, there's no salat. Why? Why should they go, to the bathroom and take wuzu before salat? Why it's haram for me to touch the name of Allah, the name of Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt without having wuzu? What is in this wuzu that without this is haram for me to touch the ayat of Quran? What is it? We know that Allah is Hakim, whatever wisdom. What is this wisdom behind this? And if I wash my face, and what are these secrets that I have to pay attention and understand? The reason sometimes we don't enjoy salah, we don't enjoy because we don't know the secrets behind it. We know how to do it correctly, right? It's like I want to call your number, let's say you're 2, I call 3. Somehow I wash my hand, totally if someone else pick it up, right? The secrets behind, we talk about all these topics and the condition behind acceptance of salat. And this one, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. There's something happening. Ahsan will take guys here. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Very good. Alright, first and foremost, this is the wajib ayah of Quran, Surah Ma'idah ayah 6, that is ordering us that we have to take wuzu. And in a certain way, specifically. And I want you to pay attention to this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering that you need to take wuzu in certain way, right? This way is that you need to wash your face. You need to wash your right hand, your left hand. Then you need to wipe and do the mask of your head and feet. Secrets behind this. Why? Why I shouldn't wash from my arm, right? Why in the Maktab Bahr al-Bayt, the wuzu in a certain way, right? Why my feet? Why not beneath my feet? Why above my feet, you know? What are these secrets behind this that help me to understand these things? What is important is that preparation for salat, as we said, it needs physical and mental preparation. I have to get ready for this salat, to open this door and to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I need to be mentally prepared for that. And this wuzu that is number one preparation for salat has internal and external secrets behind this. The first one that we should know is that the cleanliness and purity that should comes in the form of internal. Now you help me to see what do you think are the internal tahara and internal cleanliness that I have to acquire and have before I go to salah. What are these things? I'm sure you know something. So, the internal cleanliness. The external is what? Wuzu, ghusl, tayammum. I wash his hands in. Internal tahara. What is internal tahara? What comes to your mind?
You're focused to Allah and you're remembering Him, you're thanking Allah.
Focusing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good, internally, very good. What else?
Yeah, I'm going in front of the God, so
okay. Remember, in external way, you're doing something. You are actually having an action. You're watching something, you know? You're cleaning something physically. To take refuge from shaitan. Niyat.
Removing distractions from our mind.
Removing distractions from your mind.
Trying to wipe away worldly things from your hands. I mean, you're doing something.
Interesting. So you're making connection between your physical and mental part of your life and your body. So he's saying through the physical aspects, I remove the worldly distractions from myself. Very interesting. Interesting. Very good. Go ahead.
Just saying that last week you said that when I want to pray, I should forget all the things that, all the actions and all the problems I have at that moment, put them away, focus on my salah and my wudu, and then I will take care of it.
Interesting. Yeah. Let's see what it is. Staying away from haram. Yourself internally, you have to work on these things. You can wash your hands with soap and water, or you sanitize it. If you want to sanitize your heart, there are certain things you have to act. If this salat is supposed, as you mentioned, through this washing myself, I am purifying my when I'm doing it. We're going to go to a hadith and talk about it. Purifying our souls and my soul from what? The corruption that happens. This soul is going to be connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? SubhanAllah, when I was going through this whole research, the topic of wuzu, the more I was, at first I was preparing it for one lecture, I said, it's too big, this topic of the whole only wuzu. La salat illa bi-tahur man bagha alayhi salatu wa salam is saying. Rasulullah, he was in the masjid, two people came, one was first, the other one was the second. Rasulullah told the son, I know you're the first one, would you let him ask his question? He has to go, he has to do something. In this part is a lot of teachings on how Rasulullah is keeping the orders here. Anyhow, Rasulullah told him, the topic of wuzu came up, and Rasulullah told him, in this whole process of washing your hand and your head and all these things, there are secrets behind this. Okay? So let's dive into this, what Rasulullah is saying. Washing face means, oh Allah, I sins that I committed with it, so I can worship you with a pure face. I'm standing in front of you with this face towards you. This face should be towards Qibla, right? And to do sajda and prostrate. Or this part that you take wuzu with, and then you do wuzu with this part, right? So Allah says, washing hands means, oh Allah, I'm giving up committing sins that I committed with these hands. While he's taking wuzu, while you're taking wuzu, while your intention is Allah for the sake of Allah, look how amazing It's not boring anymore because the niyyah and intention and the goals in this wuzu are so diverse and amazing, right? And I'm talking to Allah while I'm taking wuzu. The salat already started while I started the wuzu. The purification of my soul already started when I started the wuzu, right? For mas, the head means I purify and wash my head from any, Rasulullah is saying these things, from any wrong and false ideas, from any illegitimate desires that I prepared in my head. I throw them all away from myself. There's a connection between physical aspects of your body and your soul and your mental. So you might have noticed, psychology says sometimes you need to write down certain things. If you want to work on your soul, if you want to work on a habit, if you want to do certain things, make sure you write them down. You draw something. Physically do something to remind yourself and your soul to do certain things, right? What Rasulullah is saying here is that there is a huge and significant connection between your body parts and your spirituality. On the other side, if with these eyes you're seeing something, you're watching something that you're not supposed to watch with these eyes, directly and significantly affects your soul and your heart. Now in salat, you're going to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you want to say Allahu Akbar, with the same eyes you're going to say Allahu Akbar. It's not going to work. The hadith Imam Rizal says, with the same eyes that you did something haram with it, you can't stand in front of Allah and say, Ya Allah, by the way, I'm trying to talk to you. But once you do the wuzu, you're washing it out. Well, you're what? You're connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For the mazhab feet, oh Allah, I avoid going somewhere you don't want me to go. I purify this feet from the sins I have done with them. How amazing is that? Through the process of how many of us we sincerely stood in front of Allah at the time of wuzu. I'm not talking about salah. When I'm in the bathroom, I'm taking wuzu, I'm acting as I started my salah already. Did we do these things and we didn't enjoy the salah? Did we pay attention to secrets behind salah, the secrets behind wuzu? I don't know why we get distracted. Well, Malana has the same question as well. But at the same time, did we do these things or not? The secrets that Rasulullah is revealing to us with this salah, what should we do? So when it comes to wuzu, taking away something from you, it's not necessarily the water. There's all those things that Rasulullah mentioned. Ya Allah, I'm purifying myself physically in front of you. One of the Muslim psychologists said very nicely, he said in wuzu, when you take wuzu, you take things, you take water what? Away from yourself, not inside. You take it out. Psychologically, when you wash yourself, you're cleaning yourself, you better take it out. Right? And 5 times a day, you're taking this dirt out, and imagine you have this intention. Ya Allah, what I did with these hands and I was not supposed to do, I'm taking it away from myself. The salat is already started, right? Look how beautifully Imam Rizal alayhi salatu wasalam saying, look what I'm saying, the secret of wuzu. By the way, they're describing it to us. God knows what are the other layers of secrets that they couldn't describe. Only special people know, right? The secret of wuzu is to go towards Allah with pure parts, body parts.